Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do Artist Elite Presents issue number one. We are not going to do a review, and I'm going to explain you why. First of all, what is Artist Elite? Well, it seems that Artist Elite Comics is a comic book publisher, a new one that allows creator-owned artists to publish their own stories. That's the small gist of it. I bought this because I thought this was a anthology of comics, new comics. We have here the Serpent Prince, we have the Sand Wenches, and we have the Final Boss. Part one, part one, part one. Now, a couple of months ago, I received another Artist Elite, but those were primers. Now, what are primers? I had no clue what primers was. I still have not really a good grasp of what primers were. But it seems that the primers that I received, there is primers blue and there's primers red. Those are one shots. I didn't did research because I thought those were comics, just like this one, anthologies of all those stories. But it seems, later I discovered that those are pages and sketches and concepts featuring the artist's characters and backgrounds. There's more stories in Artist Elite issue number 2 and 3, so different stories, etc. But the primers were nothing more than sketches and concept art that you can easily find online. And I paid $8 each for that. For primer red and primer blue, I paid each, so $16. Also, I paid $8 for this one. So I thought to myself, maybe as a collector, I'm not really a collector anymore, but I, always try to find new comics, and I want to dive into those new universes and new stories. So I was on board, and I tried those primers, and I discovered that those were not comics. That's my fault. It's my fault that I thought those are comics. I'm diving into this new universe, and be one of the first to experience those stories. That's on me. I have to, how do you say, I should have done my research. I didn't. So this was waste of money. Later, I got this, and it was represented as Artist Elite premiere stories of those creators. So I thought to myself, anthology, right? I'm on board, small stories, and then we go to issue number 2 with continuing those stories. Well, that's not the case, because what is this? I'm gonna show you. So first of all, we dive into the world of the Serpent Prince by Brev Booth. Brev Booth, I like his art very much. He has a distinguished style that I really like. And the reason that I'm not going to review this book, because there is nothing to review, because the stories, I'm going to show you everything, by the way, is so small that there's nothing to talk about. So it seems that he is a prince, comes probably from another planet or dimension or whatever. And in his homeland, he's the prince of Viper. Yes, his whole shtick is serpent, snake, although he comes probably from another galaxy or whatever. But somehow, in my mind, if I think of another planet, another galaxy, I think of, things that is not here on this earth or sounds like this earth. But, that's what we have here. I mean, viper, like serpent, like snake. It's all very on the nose. I know why they do it. It's comics, but yeah, okay. So we're getting introduced to his character a little bit, his buddies, his sidekicks, and we have a threat called, what's her name? Lancelot, and she is a demon hunter. Oh no, a demon hunter, something we have never, ever seen before in comics, right? And it seems that this character is also not human herself. So I hope not that she is half demon or half angel, because it's so done before. I hope they come up with something new, something fresh, something we haven't experienced a lot or seen before. If they are going with the half demon route, yeah, no, I'm out. And well, she's battling this woman here. Art looks great, and then we are getting, but remember that I said this is part 1 from the Serpent Prince? Well, next time in issue number 3. What? So, I immediately have red flags in my head. We're going to Final Boss. Now, what is Final Boss? I know from, because I'm on Indiegogo and Kickstarter a lot, Final Boss was done on Indiegogo. Maybe not Kickstarter, but definitely on Indiegogo, maybe also on Kickstarter, I don't know. But there's a book, and I believe Tyler Kirkham and the other creator, Ifancia Noor, probably butchered that, now going to publish that particular story into Artist Elite. I don't mind, But, here we go. Previously, in Final Boss, wait a minute, what do you mean previously? I don't have that book, right? I didn't back it, and there's a lot of people that are not on Indiegogo or crowdfunded comics, they don't know this character at all. So we have stage 1, Genesis, but then we have also here stage 2, The Journey Begins. So what do you mean with that? Well, going in, we have here in World War II, we have a group of people who are doing some tomb raiding. There's a statue here. There is this guy discovering, they're doing the Indiana Jones stuff, and they are, I don't know, finding the Ark of the Covenant or whatever. And then we switch to years later to today, and we have the final boss already in a fight with no backgrounds, except that some stuff is in here. To be continued. Okay. So again, red flags. And then I thought to myself, well, maybe it's going to be continued in Artist Elite 2. Well, no, because Artist Elite 2, we have Dark Skulls, we have Begone. What is this? Beyond? I don't know. And Sarah 7. Okay. And then we have the last, character or group in this particular comic with almost no text and background and whatever. They are just joining a fight, and they are in a fight, and then that's it. To be continued. So, what is this then? Well, I did some Googling. So it seems that this is nothing more than a preview book. And I paid $8 for that, although it says $4.99. But it was very hard to come by, and I was on a Facebook group, and they say, well, I want to get $8 for it because this is the first appearance and all that stuff. Like I said, I don't care about first appearance, but I want to get on board on new comics. So, so I read I found a page, and the person that wrote that review says, if you are looking for a self-contained issues, you will likely be disappointed, as each story ends just as things starts getting interesting. And that person talks about, the Serpent Prince, Final Boss, and Sand Wenches, etc. So yeah, and then I showed you already the Serpent Boss. And then that person talked about the Final Boss is the most curious of the three. I'm just reading it from what I'm seeing here on the computer in front of me. While I thought this was the start of the story, the segment starts with a previously in page referencing prior events. Editor's note, the prior events took place in an issue that released via Indiegogo. So if you haven't backed that comic or read that comic on Indiegogo, you are screwed, right? Because we are getting introduced to a previously page, also with, like I said, here, stage 1, stage 2. This is not how you do things. This is not how you introduce comics. Why you tell me this is a part 1? Well, it's not a part 1 because you already, the part 1 is when it comes to Final Boss, it's the book on Indiegogo, which probably not a lot of people have. And then we have the Serpent Prince, or let's say the Sandwitchers or Sandwenches or whatever, with almost no narrative, some pretty pictures, which is not, it's just all blown up, as you can see, with nothing in it. And what is this all about? Where's the introduction? And then we have, of course, the Serpent Prince that ends in issue number 3. Wait a minute, is this issue number 1? Is this the introduction? Where is issue 2? What do I miss? So this is nothing more than a preview book. I paid $8. I just fell for it again. I do not recommend this at all. So if you are interested in Artist Elite, this is not how you should do in comics. This is not how you introduce new people to this new publisher by saying, oh, hey, by the way, you have new creations from creators, and we want to highlight that. But by the way, it's going to continue in a completely another issue, like issue 3. And oh, by the way, it's in Final Boss. Yeah, I'm sorry, but you have to get the Indiegogo book to know what this is all about. But we're going to show you some snippets and we mash it together so that you have a little tiny bit of a knowledge what's going on. But stay tuned, guys, because after Artist Elite 1, 2, and 3, we're going to show you the real comic. So again, pay me more money. So again, I paid 2 primers, which was waste of pages, waste of money, waste of my time. And then we have a preview book, what I thought was the comic book itself, that doing some kind of anthology or something like that. 3 times, I did it 3 times. I screwed up 3 times. I don't know. I feel bamboozled. I feel cheated. I feel not good about this comic at all. So even though I liking Brad Booth, even the Serpent Prince looks interesting, I'm not going to support this publisher because, because of this. Just give me the stories from the beginning, and then tell me, hey, listen, there's new stories coming up in their own independent books, like Serpent Prince 1, Final Boss issue number 1. No, this is just a preview book. This is nothing more. You can find all this shit online. You can find all this in a preview book besides this Artist Elite one. So definitely not a recommend. I feel cheated. I'm pissed. And definitely not recommend. So if you are interested in his books and you want to have the first appearances, maybe this is for you. But for me, no. A thumbs down. Not going to recommend. Guys, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.